Good morning, YouTube. How are we? Trying to get myself pumped up because it's Friday. And I'll be honest, I woke up and I didn't wake up very pleasant. My wife was making some food in the crock pot overnight because she has a breakfast this morning for her work. And I'm half asleep at 5:30 in the morning, which is not a good idea to start walking down the stairs, I tell you. I'm surprised I haven't done this more, but I fell down the stairs and I think I messed up my toe. It kind of hurts. I don't know if I broke it or not. It's the pinky toe. I need to slow down. That's the pinky toe. And yeah, I think it might be messed up because it hurts. And it doesn't hurt to walk. I can do that just fine. But, you know, then again, I don't think the pinky toe really matters much. But then again, what do I know about walking or skeletal stuff or any of that, for that matter? So I didn't start off a very good morning. So I'm trying to get pumped up. You know, I only had a little bit of coffee. And it's Friday, and I don't know, I feel like I'm in a funk, and maybe that's because by the time you see this video, it'll be a year since my grandmother passed away, and I'm still trying to cope with that because she was a big influence on my life. And it's just, you know, she's a big deal. And last year, she passed away very unexpectedly. Very unexpectedly. And I'll never forget that day. I was already staying home because my daughter was sick. So I was taking care of her. And my mom calls me at 6 o'clock in the morning, which doesn't happen at all very often. She does not call me at 6 o'clock in the morning. And so when she's calling, I immediately think something's going on. What's going on? And my mother only spoke 6 words to me. Grandma had a heart attack. We're going to the hospital. And come to find out, she didn't have a heart attack. She aspirated, which is a fancy word to say she choked, and she couldn't breathe, and she passed out and was unable to breathe. My mother had a condition called sleep apnea, as well as dialysis. She was on dialysis, and she just turned 81. And she had been complaining that her sleep machine wasn't working correctly. So they think that the night that she passed away, she didn't wear her machine. And so she choked pretty much and passed out. And my grandfather he's a feeble old guy, can't really do much. And so he was in the bathroom, and they were just waking up, and she aspirated or something, and it was like 5 minutes when he finally got the phone dialed 911. So they really weren't able to they got a pulse back, the EMTs, but as soon as my mom called me, I knew that was not a good thing. So I've been going through all these emotions a lot it's about last month. And, you know, normally at school and normally at home, I'm pretty good. I try to keep things, low key and keep them inside. anniversary of the last time I spoke with her on the phone. And it's been a while since I even saw her in person. And so, I don't know, she's like, we all have those one people in our lives that are super influential and mean a lot to us, you know, like our parents or grandparents or coach or teacher or something. Well, she was like one of the people that I really looked up to. And so when my mom called me, I was pretty upset. And immediately I was on the phone with my wife. Grandma had a heart attack. I'm going. Because the tone in my mother's voice on the phone sounded pretty bad. It sounded like Grandma wasn't going to make it. And ultimately she didn't. And so my wife took the half a day off, and then we got airplane tickets that day, and we were on the airplane to Oregon by 12 o'clock. And the next week was a complete blur, because what ended up happening was my grandma was essentially in a medically induced coma to see if she would wake up or not. And she had been passed out without any oxygen to her brain for at least 15 to 20 minutes. So she was brain dead. And basically she was hooked up to a machine for a week, and we were just waiting to see if she would ever come out of if her body would ever come out of the coma or not, and it never did. So we ended up deciding that, you know, this is what Grandma would want and stuff, and it's really hard. So I haven't really talked about it a lot, but today I just feel like I don't even want to go through the motions. And it's really hard for me too, because that's not who I am as a person. I want to be this person that, you know, I'm a teacher. A lot of my students look up to me. And some of you are going to watch this video and you're going to be, man, Mr. Anderson, I didn't know, you know, and I put on a good face for them because I care about them a lot. And I want them to see that. And so it's been a struggle lately. And, you know, I've had some friends die in the past before. I had a really close friend of my brother and I's. She drowned, actually. And that was really tough for us. And, you know, I don't think I really got over it. You know, we all had a lot of common friends through the church, and it's been 10 years now since that. 10 years, and I'm still, you know, man, I can't believe it. So it's gonna take some time for me to cope with this. I think the biggest struggle I have with this one, though, is that I know my grandmother was old, but it was an unexpected death. You know, it wasn't like she had cancer for like 5 years, or she had been sick, or, you know, Alzheimer's or something like that. No, it was just like straight out of the blue. And so for me, that's why it's hard, I think. Kind of like with my friend, that was out of the blue. They were swimming and rafting down a river, and she got caught in a rip current and got pulled under. And so it was just really unexpected. And I don't know. So again, you guys, you know, I want to come back to this. If you've made it this far, you know, stay positive. And if you see somebody that doesn't look like they're doing okay, go up and see how they are, because that really does mean a lot to them, despite what they say. Or just leave me alone, things like that. People will say, leave me alone. Well, yeah, that's good to leave them alone, but you should at least go up and ask them, hey, are you okay? Because that shows that you care for them, or at least care about their well-being. And I want to put that off and reflect that with you guys this morning. Please take care of yourself and take care of one another, because that's important in life. We got to make the most of it, and that's the least we could do. The least we could do. So I hope all of you have a great day. And this one's for Grandma. Peace out.